People watching are also going to see this tab. And you're saying that people are giving up vices, and you think sex is a vice?
I'm not saying that sex is a vice. According to some people, perhaps it's a vice. It is not a vice according to the Harry Enton school of thought. But bow chickie wow wow going.
Replacement rates. I'm talking about actual human replacement rates. People don't understand that if the human replacement rate drops below a certain number, then it's almost impossible for you to bring it back, which means it's pretty much the demise of that particular civilization. I think it's like 0.7 or 0.6 or something like that humans per one human. I think if you get to there, then it's impossible for you to recover. And I thought that we were under replacement rates as far as the one, but I think we might be at like 1.2 or 1.3. So we're getting close to being under one human replaced for everyone that passes away and leaves this plane of existence. Well, this next video to which I'm about to react actually talks about this. And it's a little bit scary if I do say so myself, because for individuals to have babies, for them to have offspring, they at least need to, like say a male needs to ejaculate, right? And that means they would need to go to sperm banks or something, and then the females will need to go to the sperm banks and then get inseminated. The problem is that males aren't even doing that as much anymore. They're just like, well, I'm keeping it to myself and I'm just going to be in my house and play games and then just watch prom. That's what they're doing. So it's being more difficult for females to even find the sperm that they need to be even able to have kids by themselves. So that's bad. So what's the only way for you to be able to have it outside of that? Well, you would have to actually have intimacy. But this next video is going to show you that that's a serious problem too. Watch this.
People watching are also going to see this tab. And you're saying that people are giving up vices, and you think sex is a vice?
I'm not saying that sex is a vice. According to some people, perhaps it's a vice. It is not a vice according to the Harry Enton school of thought.
Look at those numbers. Before he continues, look at those numbers. It says no sex at all in the last year. Remember we talked about how there were the individual guys who were 18 to 30 years old, and there were like 33% of them that were either virgins or hadn't had sex in the past year. That was like a year, 2 years ago, right? Now look at these numbers. It says all adults in the 1990s, there were only 18 people, adult-wise, who weren't having intimacy. Now, 2024, they're 28%. Think about that. From 18 to 28%, you're talking about over a 50% increase. A 50% increase is crazy. That's not the worst part, because the people that you want having kids are the people who are younger, because they have better sperm, they have more eggs, and they have better eggs, so they will breed better, more healthy children. But look at the ages. 18 to 21. It was 24% in the 1990s. Now it's 48% that not have sex in the past year. That's 100%. Yes, you did not hear that wrong. That's a 100% increase. Listen to this.
But bow chickie wow wow going down. What are we talking about? No sex at all in the last year. As Kate's off on the side laughing it up.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not laughing.
She's doing something.
Sure.
She's not even sure.
I'm blushing under all of this makeup.
She's blushing. There we go. In the 1990s, among all adults, no sex at all in the last year was 18%. In 2024, look at that. No sex at all. Up again, 10 points. Look at here. Those 18 to 21, look at that. 24% in the 1990s. It's the younger folks who are getting up sex. Look at that percentage. Doubled no sex in the last year. Maybe they do need a little bit of alcohol. Maybe those two are related.
Man, listen. That is horrific for society. Just go ask Japan. But he said maybe they need a little bit of alcohol. Maybe that'll help. No. That's not what's going to help. Because first of all, if you do that, the male is going to get in trouble because they're going to say she couldn't consent. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is the reason that I believe that they're not having sex is there's a couple of different reasons why this could be the case. But the primary reason I believe is the case is because the females to whom these guys will be going up are not individual females who would actually even allow these guys to pursue them to get to that point. Man, listen, we talk about the whole Chaz and Tyrone's thing and everything, but that is a real thing. The guys who have at least one of these four things can get girls into the bedroom. That's looks, game, money, or fame. Write it down. Looks, game, money, or fame. LGML. If you have one of those four, you can get a girl into the bedroom. The problem is, guys don't even have enough game to be able to go up to the female to get her to even give them a chance. That game has to do with the way they're dressed, the confidence with which they walk, how they look. They don't even have enough of it. Now, I don't mean enough of it as far as the guys being good enough. No, no, no. The guys are good enough. The problem is the females have gone from, oh, I just want an average guy, minimum. So I want a guy who's a 5, guy who has a good job, treat me nice. He looks cool. He's not the greatest looking guy in the world, but he looks good. I can bring him around the mom and the whole nine. He dresses up well. That's a guy who's between a 5 and a 6. That guy right there used to have no problem getting a female. You know why he didn't have a problem getting a female? Because the females respected hard work. So when a guy looked like a regular guy, but he had on a plumbing outfit or he had on an electrical engineering outfit or something, when the guy came around, his girl would be proud because he was a working man. And the females around her would be like, girl, you got you a working man. I see you. That's what used to happen. Now, these females want guys who are executives. I'm talking about the majority of them want guys who are executives. I told you 76 to 78% of the females in this country are modern females. And they want the guys who have everything. So now the guys who are 5 and 6s, who are plumbers, individual working class people who are construction, work in the sewer plants, work for sanitation, those guys aren't guys these females actually want. And if that guy even says something to them, they would not only not give him a chance, they'd be offended. I'm talking about literally like, how dare you speak to me, Mr. 5 or 6? You like, Mr. I have a job? Mr. I'm a good man? You dare me speak to you? That's how they think. And because they took that thought process, the females, and started putting it into massive action across the board, not just online, but in real life. Now the guys are like, why in the world am I going to spend my time trying to come up to a chick who is not just going to dog me? Because remember, the only thing she can say is no. Bull crap. You get yourself put on cops with the way these chicks are now. She'll tell you no. She'll make fun of you, her and her friends. So the guys are like, well, shoot, since I can't even say something to her without being embarrassed, guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and work, go home, get myself, some food, watch a couple of movies or something, play some Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed or something. They still play that. And you know what? Every blue moon, I'm just going to relieve myself to some prime. Hey, I'll just do that. And guess what? Now I don't have to be not only embarrassed in public, but then shamed on TikTok when they upload the video of them dogging me. I think that might have a little bit of something to do with why they're not having sex. Because if to have sex, you have to be goddamn embarrassed, who the freak would want to do something as dumb as that just to get some cheeks? Absolutely nobody. at least nobody with half a brain.
People watching are also going to see this tab. And you're saying that people are giving up vices, and you think sex is a vice?
I'm not saying that sex is a vice. According to some people, perhaps it's a vice. It's not a vice according to the Harry Enton school of thought. But bow chickie wow wow going down. What are we talking about? No sex at all in the last year as Kate's off on the side laughing it up.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not laughing. I'm
She's doing something.
Sure.
She's not even sure.
I'm blushing under all of this makeup.
She's blushing. There we go. In the 1990s, among all adults, no sex at all in the last year was 18%. In 2024, look at that. No sex at all. Up again, 10 points. Look at here. Those 18 to 21, look at that, 24% in the 1990s. It's the younger folks who are giving up sex. Look at that percentage. Doubled no sex in the last year. Maybe they do need a little bit of alcohol. Maybe those two are related.
Grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And, of course, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.